All right, hey everybody, how you doing? It's Adam, PC Cleric, computers and gaming and such. Today we're going to do a review of the Wiz Dice Bag of Devouring dice set. It comes in this neat little plastic bag here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Here we go. So what you get is you get 20 sets of dice. Each set comprises 7 dice, a 4-sided, 6-sided, 8-sided, 2 10-sided, a 12-sided, and a 20-sided. Alright? So you get 140 dice in the bag. Right? So we're gonna check it out, see what we get in the see what we get in the bag. Yeah, alright. So it comes in this plastic Ziploc bag. Inside the plastic Ziploc bag is your actual dice bag. I love that picture that's embroidered on the front of the bag. It just looks like some Cthulhu-esque monster coming out, to get you. Again, Bag of Devouring. It's a magic item in Dungeons and Dragons. Look it up if you're not sure what it is. On the back, we can see that it has Bag of Devouring, kind of like scrawled in like a wall or something like that. And then we have the Wiz Dice logo, which has little stars over the eyes and Wiz and Dice, which I always thought was kind of cool. I think the stitching on these is pretty good. You know, it's double stitched, kind of like a Crown Royal bag almost. Purple drawstring. Let me see if I can get this all in the frame here. There we go. Real nice. Inside of the bag, if you can see that, it's all, you probably can't see it, but it's nice and clean. Again, I just love the bag. The artwork is just phenomenal on the bag itself. So we're going to put that aside for right now. And you get 20 sets of dice. Okay? And I have my cheat sheet off to the side here. So let's see, because I printed it out from WizKid's website. So the first set is, and I'm going to put them in the bag as we go through them here. Go. The first set is going to be Fairy Fire, which is like a nice deep, like cinnamon red. I don't know if you see that very well in the camera, if the camera is going to wash it out or what, but it's like a transparent color. And it has gold numbering, but it's that nice cinnamon color, which is really great. Again, it's Fairy Fire. The next set we're going to go over here, and I love the name of some of these dice sets, it's really kind of neat, is Basilisk Blood. And these are an opaque set of dice. It is a swirled like metallic green and dark green, and it has gold lettering. Really kind of neat. I always go for the D20 first in a set of dice. Right? I always go for the D20 just out of instinct, and I don't know why. The only thing I don't like, and I know this is like an old man gamer thing, is I don't like D4s that the number's on top. I like the D4s where the number's on the bottom, because that's just what I grew up with, right? So that's my only real complaint. The dice are nice. They're not heavy, but they're not so light. And they look like they're good quality, high impact. You're not going to chip a corner by rolling them or anything like that. Really kind of neat. The third set here is going to be the set named Jade Oil. Alright, now this is kind of a lighter green color, kind of a jade color, I guess hence the name, and it's more of a swirled color as well. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera or not. Yeah, it looks good. And this also has gold numbering on it. The fourth set of dice, I'm put that over there, here we go, is going to be called Dragon Scales, which is kind of a cool name. And again, they go with the swirled color, and this is more of a reddish hue to it, and it also has gold lettering. I like dice that the color of the die and the numbering on the die contrast each other, so they're kind of easy to see. And there's some great examples of this, and there's some great examples of what not to do in these die sets as in my opinion. I'm not bashing Whiz Dice or anything like that. I always want to say Whiz Kids from like freaking Hero Clicks or something, but this is Whiz Dice. So I think maybe if they painted these black or something, it would be a little more contrasting and easier to see. Drow skin, for those of you Drow Elf fans. This is a charcoal transparent. You see it's transparent. You see my finger through that. All right. And these have white numbering, and it's what I was talking about with contrast, right? You can really see the numbers easily on these dice. And I love the transparent dice. Those are just always so cool. You know, because again, we didn't have these too much when I was a kid growing up playing tabletop D&D. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Drow skin. Mountain Hot. Pretty cool. They do like a gold swirl color with black numbering, and again that contrast makes things so easy to read. Really cool dice sets, and again these dice are great. You know, again I'm rolling kind of on a towel I have or cover I have on the table here, but they roll nice. They roll really, they're not like, I don't feel like they're lopsided one way or the other. So this is going to be Mountain Heart. Boiled Bile. These are a transparent yellow color with black numbering. So you'll all be good to go. Again, I like transparent dice. That's kind of cool. You see one number from the other side through there. And again, the black numbering really makes the numbers stand out. Arcane Aura. Now, these are really cool. You see, they're like a transparent, but they have like glitter in them. They're sparkly, yay! So they're kind of transparent, but not really, because the glitter gets in the way of the transparency. So I would probably call them translucent a little bit more. So they are purple, glittery color with white numbering. Really neat stuff. Abysmal Mist is where they take the pink and purplish colors and make a swirl out of it, and these have gold numbering, and you know, it's really kind of, I don't know, when you put a metallic color in with a dice that looks kind of metallic, it doesn't contrast well. I'll just say it like that. It doesn't contrast well. Here's the D12, the die that gets no respect in the role-playing game world at all. Oops, sorry about that. I bumped the camera. Dwarven Brandy. Again, that nice swirl effect with a little bit of glitter there as well. So they're kind of mixing things up a little bit. And these have black numbering on them. So the contrast is really nice on them. Pretty cool. Dwarven Brandy. I like how the light gleans off of these dice. It's really kind of neat. The next set up is called Swamp Ooze, and they have like this algae green swirl color with black numbering. Nice contrast again. Really cool stuff. One thing I never understood is, like, on the 6-sided die, right? Why do they have the line under the 6? It's a 6-sided die. There is no 9 on a 6-sided die. But anyway, it's just, you know, old man griping type crap. So, again, you can clearly see the numbers that are rolled. You know, if I roll it down here, you can clearly see that that is a 6. Right? Because it's contrasted nicely. And I do like this green color here. It's just muted enough to where it's not like a bright green. But it's not so muted. It looks like, you know, olive drab or something like that. Lucid Dreams. Again, this is like a purple swirl marbleized. That's the ticket. Marbleized. Purple marbleized color that has gold numbering. And the contrast is actually quite well between these, because the purple's just dark enough that the gold contrasts very nicely off of these die. And I guess I grabbed the D20 first because it has the smallest numbers on it. So if you can see those, you should be able to see any others on the set here. Let's go with the D100, or the tin side, or the tins place, tin-sided die. I remember the first time I saw those, I'm like, hey, that's a great idea. Because back in the day, we just had 2 tin-sided die, which had numbers 0 through 9 on both of them. You had to declare one high before you rolled it. It was kind of a mess. So, 8-sided die, probably most popular. Well, besides the 6, but 6 been around forever. But the polyhedral die, non-6-sided, I think the 8 is probably the most popular. And the D4 is the bane of gamers everywhere, because if you've ever stepped on one of these with a bare foot, you know it's gonna hurt. You have to pry the thing out of your foot. Alright, like you've been shot. Where are we at? Here we go. Stardust. This has got to be my favorite die set out of the entire bag, and it's because they use this gold glitter combination with gold numbering. Excuse me, they use this black glitter and gold lettering combination, and it just looks so cool because you can see the glitter a little bit, but it's not. It's real subtle. It's real subtle. And of course the gold lettering, or excuse me, gold numbering, these are not letters, these are numbers, so nobody beats me up in the comment section too much, really contrasts against the black plastic. So this has got to be my favorite set out of all 20 of them. Diamond Dust. You will never forget the name of Diamond Dust. Alright. So this is it would be transparent, but the glitter makes it non-transparent. But it's a bluish with white numbering. Really nice contrasting colors here. This is a pretty cool set too. I kind of like this set too because it's transparent enough that it lets the light through, but you can't really see anything on the other side because of the glitter. So the light just bounces through the plastic and around the glitter and eventually comes out towards you, which is really kind of a neat effect. I hope you can see that on camera. Looks like you can see that on camera. Yeah, it's pretty neat, huh? Royal Bubblegum. I'm not a big fan of the color pink in most situations, but here we go. This is kind of like it's similar to the Diamond Dust set that we just looked at, but it has it's pink instead of blue. So there you go. Pretty neat stuff. Again, the numbering is really contrasting against the plastic. It's really kind of neat. Astral Echoes. Now this is an example of what I'm kind of talking about here. This is a transparent dice set. It's more clearish. It's not exactly clear, but it's clear. And the numbering on these is white. And this is like my least favorite set out of the whole bag because it's just not. If you're playing on a lit table, you know, you can't really tell right away what number you rolled. I just rolled a 1 there, 19, right? You really can't tell it's a 19. Because the white doesn't really contrast very well against the color of the die itself. I think maybe if this was black numbering, it would have been better. But then maybe on the other hand, the black numbering would have diminished the transparent effect of the almost clear plastic. Philosopher's Stone, straight out of Hogwarts. Here we go. We got a deep red marbleized color here with gold numbering. They really like gold numbering, I guess, in this company or something. I don't know, but let me find the 20 here. There we go. So it's a nice contrast between the two. This works very well. Not as well as Stardust, but I like this set. This set is really a kind of a neat set to look at here. Sylvan Spirits. There you go, Sylvan Spirits. This is a transparent, or translucent, not really transparent, but translucent set. It's like a green color. I dropped one. There we go. So this is kind of a translucent one. You can't really, you can kind of see, but not really, in my opinion. So again, the green and gold It just looks nice. It contrasts very nicely. Here's the 20. You can clearly see, again, we're going with the 20-sided because it has the smallest numbers. And if you can see the numbers on the 20-sided, you can see the numbers on the rest of them. All right, and it's just a neat look. Okay. Second to the last is called King's Ransom. And I hope they didn't pay very much for it because they use this marbleized like color meringue, lemon meringue. If you've ever had lemon meringue pie, if you haven't, you're missing out. But they used white numbering on this, and the contrast really isn't very good. Again, in my opinion, right? They could have used black numbering on these as well. And finally, the last set for the bag of Devouring is going to be Cloud Drop. And this is a transparent turquoise set of dice here with a white numbering, which is kind of nice contrast. You wouldn't think it contrasts very well, but it actually does. So again, this is the final set of dice in the bag of Devouring. And the cool thing I like about the dice bag, now that I have it all loaded up for you, is it'll sit by itself, right? With all the dice in there. You probably can't see that too well, and that's fine. Here we go. Open it up a little bit for you. Maybe move the camera up a little bit. There we go. So, and you can even fit more dice in here too. It's not like they give you, 140 dice in a bag that just fits 140 dice, right? I could probably fit another 140 dice in there, 150 dice in there, and still have room to to pull the drawstring adequately. So, pull it up. There we go. You got a nice long drawstring here. Bounce it around a little bit. The stitching is holding very nicely. There's the bottom of the bag. Really cool stuff. All right. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick review of Bag of Devouring from Wiz Dice. All right. Again, my name is Adam VZ, PC Cleric Computers and Games. Have a great night.